Welcome back to Literature Guide. Today's video is about one of the important forms of the English novel, the Roman-Fleuve, which is also known as river novel. Literally, it means river novel. That metaphor of Roman-Fleuve was coined by the French writer Romain Rolland, and literally it means a sequence of novels or a series of novels. That means the themes and the stories, they are interlinked and they flow through the whole series of novels. I have given here lot of examples of Roman-Fleuve or a river novel. The novels of the famous English writers along with the French writers have been covered in this video. The works of the great French writers like Balzac and Èmile Zola have been given here in this video. Marcel Proust novel is the famous example of Roman-Fleuve. The works of Anthony Trollope, Doris Lessing, Dorothy Richardson and the other major writers of the English novel who have used this form of Roman-Fleuve in their works, they have also been covered here in this video. I have already produced many videos on the English novel. The links are there in the description of this video. This video will also be helpful for the students who are pursuing different exams like NET and SET exams conducted by the UGC and the other university exams. I don't want to waste your time. Let's dive into the video and enjoy the video.
Roman-Fleuve or river novel. The French term Roman-Fleuve is a modern form of fiction which literally means river novel, as the stories and themes flow through from one novel to the next novel. It is important to note that the metaphor of Roman-Fleuve was coined by the French writer Romain Rolland. It denotes a series or sequence of interlinked novels. The Roman-Fleuve is a continuous sequence of novels which deals with the fortunes and lifestyle of a family, individual, and people of the period. It is an account of a social period. In Roman-Fleuve, the stories and themes run through the whole series of novels. But it should be noted that each novel of the sequence has its own identity and it can be read as a separate novel. The stories and themes are interconnected with each other. Each novel of the sequence of novels may hold a separate title. It is not clear whether the longer novels such as trilogies, quintets, and quartets also come under this form of novel. The Roman-Fleuve comments on issues such as the social condition, war, politics, military, social relationships, and the influence of the environment on people. It may deal with the role of money in society and social relationships. It also depicts private, provincial, and country life along with the workings of passions. The roots of Roman-Fleuve or river novel can be found in the works of the two renowned novelists Honoré de Balzac and Èmile Zola. Honoré de Balzac produced a series of 89 interlinked stories and novels, La Comédie Humaine or the Human Comedy, between 1842 and 1847. Each novel of the sequence was separately titled and the work comprises more than 2,000 characters. Some of the characters appear at regular intervals. Honoré de Balzac's novel sequence La Comédie Humaine comments on the contemporary society. It presents a panorama of private, provincial and country life. It also reflects on military and political issues of the period. There are many novelists who have produced their sequence of novels or Roman-Fleuve in English. Anthony Trollope's famous series of 6 novels, Barchester novels appeared between 1855 and 1867. He set his novels in the imaginary West Country county of Barset, especially in Barchester. Anthony Trollope's Barchester series of novels comprises 6 novels. The Barchester series begins with the novel The Warden, published in 1855. It is the first novel of the series. The novel depicts the story of Septimus Harding and John Bold, a local surgeon of Hiram's Hospital. The novel ends with the union of John Bold and Eleanor. The second novel of the Barchester series, Barchester Towers, appeared in 1857. It describes the clash for the control of the diocese. The third novel, Dr. Thorne of the Barchester series, deals with the marriage of Mary Scatcherd and Frank Gresham. The novel was published in 1858. Framley Parsonage, the fourth novel of Barchester series, appeared in 1861. The novel was illustrated by John Everett Millay and published serially in the Cornhill magazine between 1860 and 1861. The novel Small House at Allington was published in 1864. It was followed by The Last Chronicle of Barset, the last novel of the Barchester series. It was published in 1867. The novel The Last Chronicle of Barset ends on a happy note of marriage of Grace Crawley and Major Grantley. Émile Zola's sequence of novels, Les Rougon-Macquarts, comprises 20 novels. It presents the life and behavior of several generations of the 2 branches of families, the Rougons and the Macquarts. Émile Zola's sequence of novels La Rougon-Macquarts gives an account of life in Second Empire France and of mining community and farmers. Anthony Trollope's famous series of parliamentary novels, Palliser novels, appeared between 1864 and 1880. The sequence of novels comprises 6 novels. Can You Forgive Her? Was published between 1864 and 1865. Can You Forgive Her? Presents Anthony Trollope's interest in political matters. It describes the struggles of the characters to reconcile personal interest and ambitions. There is a clash between personal interest and ambitions. Phineas Finn, the Irish Minister, is the second novel of the Palliser series. It appeared in 1869. The novel deals with Phineas Finn's experiences of love and his disillusionment as a suitor of various women. The novel also presents the issue of Irish tenant right. The Eustace Diamonds is the third of the Palliser novels, which was published in 1873. The novel is influenced by Wilkie Collins's treatment of crime and detection. The novel depicts Lizzie Eustace's avarice and ambitions. Phineas Redux is the fourth Palliser novel of the series, appeared in 1874. It describes the misfortunes of Phineas, loss of his wife Mary Flood Jones, and his marriage with Madame Max. The novel Phineas Redux deals with Phineas's struggles, his trial in the Court of Justice and his release from the case. The fifth novel of the Palliser series, The Prime Minister, deals with the misfortunes of Ferdinand Lopez, who tries to gain money and social status by marrying Emily Wharton. In the end, Ferdinand Lopez commits suicide due to his failures. The novel The Prime Minister was published in 1876. The Duke's Children is the last novel of the Palliser sequence of novels. It was published in 1880. The novel comments on parent-child relationships and the American culture. It also deals with the role of loyalty and inheritance in courtship. Dorothy Richardson's famous sequence of 13 novels Pilgrimage appeared between 1915 and 1938. Dorothy Richardson has employed stream of consciousness technique to explore her character's psychology. The Pilgrimage presents the heroine's adventures of personality. It is important to note that the 13th novel was published posthumously in 1967. Dorothy Richardson's Pilgrimage begins with the novel, Pointed Roofs, published in 1915. It concludes with the last novel, March Moonlight, which appeared posthumously in 1967. Marcel Proust's famous novel sequence, À la recherche du temps perdu or In Search of Lost Time is a quintessence of Roman-Fleuve. Marcel Proust's sequence of novels was retitled as Remembrance of Things Past in the fine translation which refers to William Shakespeare. It was published between 1913 and 1927. It was published in 7 books. Marcel is the narrator of the novel sequence. À la recherche du temps perdu or In Search of Lost Time has a circular plot commenting on the past experiences and vanity of all human efforts. It describes the eternity and destructive force of time which affects human affairs. The memories of the past experiences dwell in the unconscious state of mind. These past memories can be awakened through sensory perceptions and through means of a work of art. Marcel Proust has described the aesthetics of the novel, music and painting in À la recherche du temps perdu. The novel sequence is an account of artistic vocation. It also comments on the psychology of family relationships and the contemporary French society. Charles Percy Snow has produced his novel sequence, Strangers and Brothers, between 1940 and 1970. It comprises 11 novels describing the life story of the protagonist, Louis Eliot. It comments on his provincial life, education at Cambridge University, and his political career. Anthony Powell's novel sequence A Dance to the Music of Time, published between 1951 and 1975. It comprises 20 novels. The work A Dance to the Music presents a realistic picture of the period. There is fine blending of comedy and tragedy in the novel sequence. It is set among the upper and middle classes of society. The novel sequence depicts life of people up to the Second World War. Anthony Powell's sequence of novels, A Dance to the Music of Time, describes impact of the war on the life of people. Nicholas Jenkins is the protagonist of the novel sequence. Henry Williamson's series of novels A Chronicle of Ancient Sunlight was published between 1951 and 1969. The series of novels comprises 15 volumes. Henry Williamson's novel sequence has been written in an autobiographical vein, illustrating the history of his time. It describes the experiences of the writer in the First World War. The major characters of the novel sequence are Sir Oswald Mosley and Hereward Birkin, who is a copy of Williamson's own personality. Doris Lessing produced her famous sequence of 5 novels Children of Violence between 1952 and 1969. It deals with the story of Martha Quest and presents the development and experiences of the heroine, Martha Quest, as a white settler in Rhodesia. The novel describes the struggle of the black people with the white settlers. The work Children of Violence presents the experiences of the white woman in the company of black people. She faces the problems of race and class which make her uneasy and defensive. Doris Lessing's sequence of novels Children of Violence concludes with her most experimental work The Four-Gated City, which appeared in 1969. It is set amid the fragmented political goals of British anti-nuclear campaigners. Martha Quest finds hope for the future on a remote Scottish island. She learns her radicalism in colonial Africa, but she has to give up her Stalinist view she makes about world revolution. The other 3 novels of the novel sequence are A Proper Marriage, published in 1954, A Ripple from the Storm in 1958, and Landlocked in 1965. The series of novels Children of Violence has been deemed as Doris Lessing's semi-autobiographical work. It also shares some features of Bildungsroman. The work The Four-Gated City presents the period from the 1950s to future where World War III takes place. Simon Raven's novel of sequence, Alms for Oblivion, appeared between 1964 and 1976. It comprises 10 novels and it gives a realistic picture of post-war life from 1945 to 1973. Some characters of Alms for Oblivion also appear in the second series of novels, The Firstborn of Egypt. The work consists of 7 novels. It deals with various themes and it sometimes touches the topic of homosexuality. Thus, the Roman-Fleuve depicts the social history, culture, passions and ambitions of people of various strata of society and human relationships. It imparts realistic picture of the social period.
Welcome back. How's the video? I hope you like the video. I have already produced many videos on the English novel. If you visit my channel, you will find all those videos useful for you. If you really like the videos produced by this channel, do like and subscribe Literature Guide. I will try my level best to give you useful information through my videos. I will meet you soon with a new topic. Meet you.
Please subscribe Literature Guide.